everybody. Welcome back to the Broken Boys podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Colin.
And we're on episode 12. Very special and very busy week.
It's the week we've all been waiting for.
Oh, yes. Ever since whenever Shy Away came out.
Yeah.
It's been like...
It's been like a month.
It's been a month, so probably like episode 6 or something. I don't remember. But we're here. It's out. And... yeah, we should probably do some introduction though first before we get into it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple notes for before we talk about Scaled and Icy, but
I got one note. Monday, it was a birthday of a very special friend of the podcast.
Happy birthday, Vince.
Yeah, no. It was Colin's birthday.
Yay.
How'd that go?
It was uneventful. I took a nap.
Birthday nap?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I watched Whiplash. That was pretty good.
That's right.
Highly recommend that one. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons is really good at being an asshole. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's one that I've been meaning to watch. I just haven't really gotten around or the availability to it.
Yeah. It's like
is it on something or did you...
I rented it on Amazon.
Okay, gotcha. But, yeah.
It's a good one.
Nice.
About you? What happened with your week?
Kind of same old, really.
Yeah.
Just, working out with the boys now. I was going to say we did a full week, but actually I missed Tuesday, so I didn't do a full week.
I had a full week.
Yeah. Yeah. But next week, hopefully my first full week. We'll see.
We're getting stronger. We're getting buff.
Yeah.
We're doing well.
Harder, better, faster, stronger. Yeah. But especially harder. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been doing that. Been waking up for that, and usually I'll wake up and go right to that. And today we did it even earlier because we went out to breakfast to celebrate Colin's birthday. Yeah. And we decided to do a 9 o'clock workout instead of 11 o'clock, and that meant adjusting my sleep by 2 hours. Which I didn't really get to do, so I'm probably going to take a nap after this. But
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You gotta take a nap before the live experience.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I'm going to have a couple buddies over. We're going to watch. It's going to be a good time.
Very exciting.
Hopefully. Yeah. I am too.
And then Vince, Mike, and John decided to pay for my breakfast this morning, which was
absolutely
unnecessary, but thank you.
It was necessary in our eyes. But
you're too sweet.
It was a really good breakfast. I've never been to that place before.
Yeah.
I gave Vince basically 3 meals.
Yeah.
He said as he was going home, he had his meal there, then he still has meal for later, and then he didn't even touch the 2 thick ass pancakes they gave him, which is like a meal on its own.
Like head-sized pancakes.
Yeah, those things are crazy for just a side item.
And that guy has a small stomach in general. So.
Yeah, yeah. But it was good though. It was good food and good portions for the price.
Yeah,
or actually amazing portions for the price, really. But yeah. I mean,
you want to just fucking get into it?
We could just get into it. I guess real quick. While I'm still thinking about it, I'll just go a little bit over the Olivia Rodrigo that also dropped. Yeah. Okay. I only listened through it once. I thought there was definitely some really good stuff in there. It wasn't. It's not really like an album. Like it's more just a collection of songs. It's not like.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like.
They didn't really feel all that connected when going through them. Okay. You could definitely just shuffle and have the same effect, really. But there were some good highlights on there. But there was one song called "Enough for You." That opened some old wounds. It gave me some driver's license feelings in terms of damn, I relate to this so much. Which is really weird because the song opens up something like, I wore makeup to make me feel... Because I thought I would look better to you or something like that. But aside from the few opening lines, I relate to that song so fucking hard. And, but
I'll have to listen to that.
I'm gonna have to listen to it a couple more times.
I listened to it, like I was telling you earlier, when I was going to bed. But
yeah,
and that first song, I think it's called "Brutal." Is that what it's called?
I believe so.
From what I heard while I was paying attention before trying to nod off, it was pretty good. I like that sound. I didn't listen to her last single, but I know you didn't like it all that much.
I was kind of. It's just not really my style, like Avril Lavigne kind of girl rock.
It's like Avril Lavigne, Paramore kind of thing.
Yeah, a bit of a Paramore vibe. But Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some good stuff on there. I'm going to give it a few more listens before having a full opinion. I spent most of my listens listening to Scaled and Icy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it came out like 12 hours ago now, really, a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I had to go home and basically go to sleep because of breakfast. So
it was.
I only had limited music time.
I got home. I had like 40 minutes before it came out, and I was like, it hit 10:59. I was like, come on.
Yeah, we got out at like 11 at work last night, which normally I'd be a little mad about, but like it gave me time to listen.
Yeah. I got through 2 listens at like just after midnight, so it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think I've gone through a few listens as well. But.
Yeah. Other than that, I watched that Brad Taste 3-hour lore video.
Oh yeah, that's right. I watched like half of that. But...
It was fun. I like it. I still got to watch his reaction to Scaled and Icy. I'm kind of nervous for it, but I think he'll make like some of it.
I watched the first part so far. He likes, it's weird, he likes the songs he hears for the first time, but it seems like everything else like he's hearing for a second time he's like kind of iffy on. But I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that lore video, I mean, if you guys enjoyed our top heavy episode and you want 2 more hours of explaining and not just the trench stuff but blurry face to Scaled and Icy pretty much, then you can watch Brad Taste the Music's 3-hour 21 Pilots lore.
It's very in depth.
Yeah,
2 top stands.
Yeah.
So, it's good though. I liked it a lot.
It is good. But yeah, I mean, I'm guessing very little people who watch this should be interested in that. But it was a nice trip down memory lane for me. I mean, I forgot a lot of the blurry face stuff. Like I knew it was there, but like I don't consciously think about it all the time. So it's like
I forgot about like the blue jumpsuit.
I remember that one because I always made that connection with this new album since blue is one of the colors, and it's like blue is a sign of defeat or whatever. But yeah,
all right. Well,
I guess we can
let's get into it.
Jump in. How do we want to start this? Do we want to give some overall thoughts? And then
let's give overall thoughts and then get it into the
nitty gritty. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, fuck. All right. So I guess I'm going first. That was very eventful for our audience. Okay, so I'm just going to read off what I've written down. This might be a little messy, but I said, I'm not sure how I feel. In a way, I felt like the addition of the guitars in a lot of the songs almost made it feel a little basic. It made some of the songs feel very forgettable, in my opinion.
Really?
Like, I feel, especially in the middle, like, there's a few songs in there, it's just like, I guess I can spoil it a little bit, but, especially, like, Formidable. Like, it was like 2 hours later or so, like, I was just laying in bed, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to look at what the lyric videos look like or whatever on YouTube. And I clicked into the Formidable one, and the song started playing, and I'm like, I've listened to this 2 times, and I don't even recognize the background. I was like, for some reason, that just felt really dull to me. But I did like how the lyrics played a lot into the lore, especially in like the second half. Like, in a way, I think it almost played more into the lore than like Trench did, like at least from what I was reading.
Yeah, it felt like it.
Yeah, in terms of like the lore of they're being controlled, this is propaganda from a higher source or whatever. And it was kind of cool from that angle. However, I feel like, I don't know, like one of the things I appreciate about Trench that I brought up last week to Vince, I think it was, is that you can listen to it and not know the lore and still enjoy it like a lot. But with this one, it's like, if you don't know the lore behind it, like, oh, they're just making these happy songs to please the system or whatever, it kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's not much to it then, like, honestly.
Yeah, I feel it's a very lore-heavy kind of thing. You gotta know what's going on.
The lore makes the experience, like, way better for this album, while as for Trench, it was just, like, a compliment to it, I felt like. Let's see, what else? I felt like the concept of it was a little shaky at times. I feel like the best place they did it was, like, the concept of, like, these songs are happy sounding, but they got, like, kind of darker behind or whatever. I feel like that only really hit for me on Good Day, which we'll get into.
Good Day, Redecorate, and No Chances is where it hit me.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Good Day more than most.
Right. At least when it comes to like the happy sounding sound of it.
Oh yeah, happy sounding.
Yeah. And like Mulberry Street, I guess, had a little bit of it too. And yeah, I said I wish they kind of leaned a little more into the vibe switch at the end, because it kind of flips a switch from happy to sad, or like darker, like more like trench sounding.
Yeah, doesn't it go from Formidable to No Chances?
It goes Bounce Man to
No Chances. But Bounce Man's still kind of happy sounding.
Yeah, it's very happy sounding. And like I said, I kind of wish what they did more was like slowly brought in a little more darkness, because like going from like it's just like happy sounding, then all of a sudden last two tracks like it's like dark again. It's like I feel like something like No Chances would have felt like a lot better if it led into like a little more darker sound, like, because up until then the only song that really has like kind of darker sound to it is Shy Away, and like a little bit of The Outside. I guess a little bit is a little darker, but I don't know, I felt like if they led into that would have been pretty cool, like, but instead it kind of just feels a little messy a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of all I have for like overall thoughts that I just wrote down randomly.
I wrote down very little here, but I do have I have more.
We might be the opposite there. I kind of wrote little notes for the songs.
I said I love how different every song feels. Like you start with Good Day and it's like this nice piano ballad with a ukulele in it, and then you go to Choker and it's like old eras, and you go to Shy Away and it's like pop rock, and then The Outside and it's like rap, and like how Blurry Face kind of was. Yeah, I really loved that. Yeah, I found that really interesting. I can't wait to see like the theories that people come up with here. Especially with the live show coming up. Like
a lot of the lyrics I feel play a lot into the lore, like I was saying.
I agree with that. It should have leaned. It started as the album started getting towards the end. It should have like leaned toward the dark.
Yeah, because I really liked that concept of it turning darker at the end, but it just kind of came out of nowhere a little bit.
Yeah, it did a little bit. I really like the album so far. Yeah. It's very different. Yeah. You listen to Trench and it's like, oh, this is 21 Pilots. And you listen to this and it's like, who is this?
Right, yeah.
It's like some rock band, some pop rock band out of nowhere. And you know how in like the CDs and the vinyls and stuff, they have like the thank you note?
Yeah, I heard there isn't one.
There isn't one in Psy, which like leans further into that. It's propaganda. They're not thanking the fans. They're not doing anything. It's just this. Yeah. This is, these are the acknowledgements, whatever. Which is, I'm, listening to that Zane Lowe interview, and like Tyler's not sure if he wants to do a tour for this one. He might just wait till after the next album to do both. Yeah. That makes me very excited to see where the next album goes.
Yeah, well, because I mean, like he even said like way back, like I don't know, halfway through Trench tour or whatever, he was saying like for the next album, there's like two very different directions they could go. Yeah. And I'm guessing probably the other direction was leaning more towards into the Trench sound, and then this is happy bubbly sound. That's the two very different directions, I'm guessing. Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know if that'll come out next year or
I hope it's not too long.
Yeah, no, I hope not, because like if they want to tell that effective story, they gotta like do it pretty close together.
I would say so.
If they're gonna do like 2 years, like in between, it still works. But if they take any longer than that, I don't think it'll. Really
I think it would actually be cool if they did like 2 30-minute albums or whatever, because normally their albums are like an hour long.
Yeah,
and this
Trench was like 56 minutes.
Yeah, and this is 37, which is, I mean, that's definitely a good album length. Yeah, it's just short for them a little bit. Yeah, but
it left me wanting more.
Yeah,
but I felt like I could listen to it over and over and still have a good time with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but that's how I feel with most 21 Pilots albums anyway.
Yeah.
It's just like I really like the sound, like the upbeat sound of it, but like listening further into lyrics, like
right. Yeah, this one's just like even more like upbeat though. It's like it's almost like like something that's like too sweet, too sugary, a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they were going for.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely what they were going for, which I don't think should be faulted. It's just,
No.
But,
yeah,
and I think, I forgot what you said. You said it sounded like, in some places, like, it didn't even sound like them. It just sounded like some alt-rock band or whatever, which, I mean, I guess they are alt-rock, but, like a normal one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of what I was talking about, like, with the guitars, I think the way they were used in some songs, it was like especially, like, Formidable, it's like, is this a 1975 song or something like that, almost? Like...
I enjoyed the acoustics in Formidable. I can see how it might be seen as off-putting a little bit.
Yeah.
But for some songs, they could have gotten really guitar. But I think it's really cool to add in something that you have not done ever.
Right. Yeah.
Like, they've always just been bass, ukulele, drum, piano, that kind of thing. But adding in this electric guitar, this acoustic guitar, just out of nowhere is like, I find it really cool.
Yeah, that I could see that. I could see that,
especially in like Shy Away. Like,
oh yeah, no, we were kind of talking earlier. Shy Away, I think, uses the guitar the best on the album. I would say, like, it's more of a background sound palette thing rather than just chord structure or whatever.
Yeah,
which is what it kind of feels like on Formidable to me personally. But do we want to just go into the song by song here?
Yeah, let's do that.
How are you feeling? Okay.
I'm feeling that.
So, Good Day, I think this is a really, really strong opener.
Yeah.
Like, when I was saying before that I think Good Day played a lot into, like, did the best with, like, playing into the lore theme or whatever of the album. I think one of the things it reminds me of is, I think he was even talking about in that Zane Lowe interview, is, like, all their openers are, like, concert bangers pretty much, like Ode to Sleep, Heavy Dirty Soul, Jumpsuit, like those are opening the concert with a bang, and this one it's kind of more like dusting off the old piano or whatever, and I think that works well with the concept too, because it's like, this is different than their other albums because it's not made by them, quote unquote. But I think it does it really well. It's nice and catchy, nice and upbeat. I think it's probably one of the best produced on the album too. Like I listened to that with headphones after I listened to it on my way home in the car, and like I was like, "Ooh, yes, this sounds fucking great."
Have you ever listened to like 8D audio things on YouTube?
Yeah.
There were a couple songs that I could feel that.
Yeah,
and
doing
I was
like the circle effect.
Whoa!
As I've been messing around in Ableton, I've learned how to make that effect.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit. Yeah. But
I really like Good Day as well. Like it sounds so upbeat, and then you listen to the lyrics, and it's like, oh. You lost your child and your wife, and your homie sued you.
Homie just sued me, dude. Even though it's dark, that part makes me laugh so hard. I know. Homie just sued me.
I love the beat. I love the way he's like singing along with like it's so different.
It's so different, but that one in particular works so well.
You go from Jumpsuit to that, and it's
like, it's like, what the fuck?
Who is this?
That's like almost like Panic going from a Fever to Pretty Odd. Like it's the same kind of vibe there.
Yeah. I said the beginning so upbeat compared to Trench sends major sus vibes.
Sus vibes. Sus-sigh. Yeah, I put reminds me of the Community intro a little bit, because it's kind of the same thing. It's like this nice and upbeat thing, and then he's like, give me some rope, tie me to a tree. I can't count the reasons I should stay. Like, it's kind of a similar vibe of like, really happy, but oh fuck. But
this one's definitely one of my favorites on the album. It's just chef's kiss. So good.
That one in particular works really well for me. And I did find, I was shuffling the songs when going to work out today. Good Day transitions like perfectly into Bounce Man. Yeah, which I was like, oh, Bounce Man could be the second track. But I'm like, that kind of that'd be a weak second track, I think. But,
and then we got Choker and Shy Away.
Yeah.
They were the singles. We've talked about them.
Yeah, we have talked about them. Choker has grown a little on me. I don't remember how I talked about it in the episode.
I think you said that you liked it, but you liked the Billie Eilish one more than Choker.
The Billie Eilish one?
The Your Power. You liked Your Power.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I did. I think I still do prefer the Billie Eilish song over Choker. But I think Choker is good. It's not like... I don't think it's amazing, but I also don't think it's bad like a lot of people do. I think it's pretty good. And it works really well in context of the album too. I think Good Day does a great way of setting up that more positive sound that it has.
It does.
Yeah.
It does a really good job of that. I don't remember what I said about Choker either. I remember I liked it more than you do.
Yeah.
You did. But I still really enjoy it. I've been listening to Shy Away and Choker like nonstop.
Yeah.
And like, it's just those two are like the baseline for what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And like, most of the album did get to that baseline or over it. So
yeah.
I still really enjoy those singles.
Yeah, Shy Away, I was kind of mentioning this earlier, but like, Shy Away is one that I don't think I'm quite at the love level of it, but I do really like it. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of, it doesn't quite get there. I feel like if there was a little more to it or something, I would like it a little more. But,
okay.
I would say Good Day did get to that love level for me personally.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
The Outside.
The Outside is next. I wrote Half Alive vibes. I got a little bit of that.
I love this song.
I thought it was pretty good.
It is so good. I got through the singles and I was like, all right, at the outside, what's this gonna be? Mm-hmm. And it hit me. I was like, whoa! I love this shit.
Just premature ejaculation over there. Gotta wait till the end of the album, Colin.
I said honestly, one of the best on the album. Take a Hit. I'm So High. Maybe this is the Nico and the Niners of Psy. if they were going for that, this is the retelling of Trench.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
I could see that.
It was Nico and the Niners.
Yeah, I didn't really look much into the lyrics of this one, but
yeah, I really like the lyrics in this one. I like the rap parts. Like I'm a megalodon.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
right.
Yeah,
I'm a Megatron. Like
the part where they're like, I'm trying to remember how it goes, but like they're talking about the heads and they're not in or whatever. It's like that's pretty catchy there.
Up and down, they're not in.
Yeah, something like that.
Get in line one by one, take a hit, join the club. That was super fun.
Yeah,
I really enjoy The Outside.
Yeah, the one thing that I put down is for some reason him saying vibes and vibing in it. For some reason, it felt a little old head as I wrote down. It kind of felt like he was showing his age. Maybe now that he's like a dad and stuff.
He's only 32.
I know, but like, it felt a little weird. But like, I'm not sure why it did. And like, I was like, maybe I'm just being like cynical or whatever. But then I'm like, well, in Chlorine, it didn't really bother me because like he says it in there too. He's like, let the vibe, or whatever.
Yeah. I think you could see Josh saying vibe and vibing more than Tyler.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. For some reason, it felt a little weird. Like he was talking about the kids, and then he's like vibing or whatever. It's like, okay, like it's not like really bad. I was just like, you sound kind of old, Tyler.
You're getting old, Ty.
Yeah.
No,
but I did like it though. Yeah, I thought that was pretty.
I really like that one. Then we got the third single, Saturday. I know you have an opinion on this one.
Yeah, I mean, you can give your opinion first if you like Break the Ice.
Personally, I really enjoy it. I think it's a fun party, like, summer song.
Yeah.
I can see it getting overplayed, but I do really enjoy just the fun that it has.
Yeah.
It's harmless. It's produced by Palmini. It sounds great. I just really enjoy it.
Yeah, and I could definitely see that angle for it. I don't know. For me, I do really like the production on this one. Yeah. Like, I think it is one of the better sounding songs, actually, and that's probably thanks to Palmini.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. The lyrics in this one really are off-putting to me, especially the chorus. Like, to me, it just sounds, like, kind of lazy a little bit. And, like, I know that's the point of the album, but, like, for me, it doesn't, like, make the song good. Like it's still kind of off-putting to me. It's just like, I don't know, the counting up the days or whatever, it's like it's been done in how many pop songs before, sort of thing.
They skipped Tuesday and Thursday though.
I wonder why. But there might be lore behind that. I don't know.
I doubt it. It was just a joke.
Oh, okay. They skipped Sunday as well.
Fuck Sunday.
Sunday's
a suicide day.
God damn it. But like, I don't know. Like with what was I gonna say? Yeah. For like the other songs, like Shy Away, even like the other songs on this album, I would say like it felt like they were doing a definitely like different style for them, but it still had pieces of them in there. It felt like this one, it didn't really feel like them at all to me. Like it felt like they were covering a decent Maroon 5 song. It's how I've been kind of thinking about it, and like if Maroon 5 did the song, like, yeah, I'd probably be like, yeah, this is fine. But, like, I don't know. I guess I kind of have higher expectations for this band, at least on a lyrical level. It's just like, I don't know.
I can see it.
It just, to me, the chorus is just too distracting for me to be like, yeah, this is a pretty good song.
But I like the second half better than the first half. I like how that guitar riff goes. I like the little drum bit. Yeah. And I like how Tyler uses his voice as it's kind of like all-time low.
Yeah. Actually, what I did kind of sound like iRobot.
Oh, yeah.
But,
and I like that high note that he has after that phone call with Jenna.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. I don't know. I had fun with it. Yeah. I understand why you and a lot of people don't like it.
And I understand you having fun with it. Also, one more thing for that one that I always forget about. The part where, I don't know, I remember you saying you liked it, so I kind of feel bad a little way, but, like, I really don't like how it, like, cuts out at that one part.
Yeah.
I think it works better when they do it the second time, because I think there's, like, a little bit of a sound that, like, carries over. But, like, the way it just, like, completely cuts out, it doesn't sound good to me.
It caught me off guard the first listen.
It's definitely supposed to,
But I don't know. There's something about it that I liked.
Yeah.
With some songs, I don't like that all too much when they just cut out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's just the top stan in me that's like,
yeah,
I love everything they put out.
I get that.
But yeah, I definitely see why you and a lot of people don't like it. It's okay. I'll just enjoy it.
Yeah. No, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's definitely, I don't think I would skip it when I'm listening through the album.
Right.
Like, because like I said, I think the production... Honestly, I think the production saves it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If it didn't have that production, I probably would not like this song at all, honestly. But, yeah.
I have Never Take It.
Never Take It.
This is like one of the forgettable ones for me a little bit.
Okay, I can see that.
I do enjoy it still. I need a couple more listens with it because it's like it kind of falls in between Saturday and Mulberry Street. And I love Saturday and I love Mulberry Street. But this one has some pretty good lyrics in it.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to weaponize. I'm thinking Tyler, Josh, and maybe Trash. To, like either coerce people into staying with Dima and not leaving, or just to like keep the banditos away. I think that's what I have written down here. That's all I really remember from Never Take It. So.
Yeah. For Never Take It, I said, did I put on Van Weezer? no, but...
Did you listen to Van Weezer at all?
I actually did, yeah. I don't really remember much of it. It wasn't really my thing. No. But Never Take It, surprisingly, I did like this one. For as much as I had those guitar comments earlier, this is definitely the most guitar-heavy song. And, like, for some reason I liked it. I don't know, I kind of like how they went into like almost a classic rock type of sound. I was like, I didn't expect this, but it works pretty well. I like the chords a lot to it, and it's pretty catchy. I don't remember how it goes at the moment, but to me it was pretty catchy. I just said I like it a lot for some reason. And the only real comment I have about it is he in the bridge or whatever, he talks about how he learned the guitar off the tube and he can tear it up or whatever. Yeah. And like I like that part, but I wish the guitar solo was a little better after saying like I can tear it up, and it's like it's just like, I wish it was a little bit more.
It's like breaks a string. It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, pretty much. But other than that, I like this one quite a bit for some reason.
Yeah. Like I said, like when I hear it, I'll know it and I'll probably enjoy it. But like now, I'm like blanking right now.
Yeah, and like I don't think that's necessarily a fault of the song either, because like we said, this came out about 12 hours ago from when we're recording this right now.
I have done about 4 listens at this point, but
yeah, I think I've done like 3.5.
Well, I wasn't listening to it completely because John put it on.
Oh, that's right. Out. Yeah,
but like there were a couple songs that I was singing along to.
Yeah.
But I did 2 last night and the third one this morning when I woke up. But yeah, I still need a couple more before the live stream.
Yeah, I'll probably do another one before the live stream. I also need a nap at some point, so we'll see. But you got anything else for that one?
Not for Never Take It. Mulberry Street, though.
Mulberry. I put, honestly, a bop.
Oh, yeah.
And then I said it took me a couple listens. At first, it wasn't really clicking with me. I was like, it's kind of weird. But then, like, once I got into the vibe of it, kind of Kind of reminds me of like an Elton John song a little bit.
I can see that.
I'm not sure which one I'm thinking of, but
Benny and the Jets is what comes to mind.
Yeah, I think the piano. Yeah, I think it might be that one.
Yeah,
but it's cool. It feels like a walk down the street, really, and
it
has nice production and stuff. I like that one.
Yeah, I think this because in the Zane Lowe interview, Tyler talked about how he didn't feel like it was his place in Little Italy when he was there.
Oh, okay.
And I for my theory on this one, I said Tyler doesn't feel at home in Dima. And while others rely on like synthetic highs, like vialism, Tyler wants to be himself? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy this song. The first listen, I was like, "Ooh, that's nice," and then the second one, I was like, "I really fucking enjoy this song."
Yeah.
It's just nice and boppy.
I
like all the piano. I miss the piano at Trench.
Right. Well, that's true. There wasn't really much piano in Trench, and when there was, it was like "Leave the City," and that's like kind of like dark and yeah. But Mulberry Street, like I said in my overall kind of thoughts, like I think that's one of the better ones when it comes to. It talks about the lore, but also I don't think you really need to know it to listen to it, and it does well with having the happy sounding vibe, but still keeping their sound, and it sounds like it could have been a 21 Pilots song before this album. You know what I mean? Like right. I feel like I could see this on maybe even like Regional at Best.
That's what I was thinking
somewhere
too.
In there.
Regional at Best.
But that's great song.
Great song. Formidable.
Mm-hmm.
I said this is feels like the Smithereens of Scaled and Icy. I like the chorus. I like the acoustic guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I said it sounds like. Have you ever heard "Friday I'm in Love" by The Cure?
I don't believe so.
You might recognize it. I played it where I work like a bunch.
Oh, okay.
Like the beginning sounds a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 70s, 80s like rock,
just pop
rock love song kind of thing. He said Tyler's asking someone to break the spell, as he says, I think in the song.
Mm-hmm.
The bishops have over him in Dima. But I don't know. I like the song.
Mm-hmm.
But you said you didn't all that much.
This one, it sounds fine to me. In my opinion, this is the most forgettable on the album.
Really?
Like, I don't know. Like I said, I played it again after like a couple hours of not listening to the album, and I was like, I didn't recognize it at all. I was like, what the fuck? I don't think it's bad. It's just very bland for them. Like, I don't know. The lyrics, I think, were good. I don't quite remember them off the top of my head, but I remember reading them and thinking, like, oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know. For something about the sound of it, I just, like, this feels more, like, at least on, like Blurry Face when they went for, like, poppy stuff, it was kind of memorable, at least to me. But this one, like, I don't think I've ever listened, like, had this effect with the 21 Pilots song where I'm like, I don't even remember what this sounds like. I don't know. I do like you were saying, I do like the idea of having the acoustic guitar. I'm not a big fan of how they used it in this one. It just felt very, very basic.
Yeah. You are formidable to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cute.
Yeah, no, I get that. This is probably my least favorite on the album, honestly.
That's okay. Yeah, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, like I said, with Saturday, it's just the tops anyway.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, I don't have much written for that one. I have even less written for Bounce Man.
I put... Do you want to know my entire message for this?
Yeah,
I put, Bounce Man joins the family of Johnny Boy, Lame Boy, and Message Man. AJR vibes a little bit. That's it. There's definitely a lot of AJR vibes here. But like good AJR vibes, not like the annoying kind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like Bounce Man. It didn't live up to my expectations.
Yeah.
Like... I told you a couple times that like I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Because like how Pet Cheeto, we weren't expecting anything good from that, and then it turned out like
yeah. I remember.
Crazy.
I remember we told this on those podcasts, but I remember Colin texted me. He was like, "Pet Cheeto, what the fuck kind of a song name is that?" I'm like, "Dude, you just insulted the bop of the year." And then then Trench came out. It's like, yeah, that's a fucking bop.
It is. Like that one caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, that's good.
Yeah.
But Bounce Man, it's okay. I like it. It's one of the forgettable ones for me.
I would say it is a little bit for me as well. Yeah. It's catchy, but that's kind of all it really has going for it.
And for this to come before the last two songs, it's like, really? Wow.
Bounce Man probably could have been bounced from the album, honestly.
Yeah, if they would have replaced it with something or just left it with the 10 songs.
Honestly, I think, in a way, I'm looking at it now, like, I feel like it kind of like, almost like throws off the flow a little bit. Like, I think if they put a song there that had slightly darker undertones and then went into the next song with it, probably at least darkest sounding on the album, I would say.
If they maybe put Mulberry Street instead of Bounce Man, or The Outside.
Yeah, The Outside I think would have worked better near the end.
Yeah. Maybe Bounce Man, third or fourth song, and then The Outside before the last two.
Yeah.
I feel like that would work more. But yeah, Bounce Man,
it's fine.
It's okay. Yeah.
That's probably my second least favorite.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think that's kind of what this album does. It's just, for me personally, those two right next to each other, Formidable and Bounce Man, it just, those put together in such a short album, it's just kind of like...
Yeah, right.
I shrugged. Sorry. But, because, like, Blurry Face kind of had a couple duds, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like, Polarized, in my opinion, not their strongest.
Yeah, I didn't love Polarized or Doubt.
Yeah.
Doubt grew on me a little bit.
Yeah.
Polarized has grown on me a tad.
But those aren't right next to each other.
No, they aren't.
Which I think works in its favor. Like, a lot.
Yeah, it does. And, Blurry Face already isn't their best.
Right.
But, there are some really good things on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it for Bounce Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just the main thing is there's a lot of AJR vibes. Not the annoying ones. I think it's... Like, I don't think... I know a lot of people probably would, but when I say something sounds like AJR, I'm not insulting it.
Right, yeah.
I think it's... At least for the most part, I'm not insulting it. Because, like, I thought some parts on, like, Weezer's OK Humans had AJR vibes as well, and I love that album now. But, yeah.
Yeah.
We got No Chances.
No Chances.
Surprising Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
The first thing I put. I was like, whoa.
I said those chants are definitely the Bishops.
Yeah.
This could go either way. I think that this is either the Bishops are painting the Banditos as the bad guys, or the Banditos are the guys that are coming to help them.
Yeah.
Because when they say that, like, we got people coming, I think that's either the Bishops saying, "Oh, we're coming to help you get away from those rapscallions, the Banditos," or because like they said, we get bodies every day.
Yeah.
That's like bodies of people trying to escape Dima, or it's like the Banditos trying to save the people from Dima and they never get out of there, something like that. But this one caught me by surprise, like hard. Yeah,
and like I think I don't know, I guess the way I've almost been seeing it is kind of like what you were saying, but I almost feel like it's kind of both sides of the story. Like I think the We Come For You, that whole chant, I think that is the Banditos, but then in like the bubbly chorus, that's Dima, because this is their album, and that's, those are the Bishops being like, "Oh, we want you to come home," or whatever. I forget what the lyrics are. We want you to come home
safe. We want you home in one piece.
And then it just sounds like all cutesy there, but then we're gone for...
It's like menacing, but then it's like
NF vibes almost, I put.
Kinda, yeah. But yeah, that song gave me chills. Like those chants were like, whoa.
It was nice hearing some darkness out of nowhere, like
after all this poppy, light-hearted things, and then all of a sudden just plunged into darkness. It's like, whoa.
But yeah, even though that plunge is like pretty shocking on first listen, I still think as an album it could have been a little bit better if there was some dark hints beforehand, not like Bounce Man and Formidable, which are honestly some of the brighter sounding songs on the album. Yeah,
you think they put those sooner, rather than towards the end.
But I think if there was like hints of darkness before that, it would have been really cool. I mean, there could have been like Mulberry Street, like in the beginning of the bridge, there's kind of like, I wouldn't call it like dark, but it's just like kind of like sad for a second.
Right,
Mulberry Street or whatever. But yeah, like the one thing I put for No Chances is I do kind of like how it plays with both the sounds. Like it's like Trench and Scaled and Icy in one song.
Yeah, it is.
But I think the transition is a little too jarring to the happy sound. Yeah. Because like it's like dark and Tyler's rapping fast and chants, and then it's like ba-da-da, ba-da-da, out of nowhere. It's like, what the fuck? I think that transition's a little too jarring, but going from the happy to the sad works well with that chant or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like, the whole album is just Dima trying to paint this picture, and then the bishops like coming at their end. They're like, "You stay."
Right. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, I think I do like this one. Definitely, I'm guessing people like Fantano probably won't like this one.
Yeah, I doubt he will. But
I did like the concept of it.
It does a lot for the lore.
Yeah,
it does. I liked this one a lot.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing that I put is I kind of wish the synths were a little bit better. Yeah, they were a little basic sounding. I was like, these could sound really cool, but they kind of almost sounds like default sounds a little bit. But other than that, I do like that one quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And then we got Redecorate.
Yeah, Redecorate. This one I have the most written down for.
Oh, really? Actually, I think it's like the least, but I do have a lot to say about it.
Yeah. First of all, they talk about a she. Who's she?
Yeah.
Maybe that's a new character that they're going to introduce in the next album. Something like that. Or it's just like some random person.
Could be like a car torch of death. They mentioned a she in there, too.
Yeah. But I feel like this is talking about Clancy.
Oh, maybe.
Because like in Brad's lore video, the people explaining it to him were like, Clancy committed to violence and he's dead. That's what Scaled and Icy is. It's an anagram for Clancy is dead.
Right.
And like he's like, I don't want to leave my room as an example. I wanted to clean it up before I go. And like maybe like the bishops are like, no, we have to keep it as an example. Because we don't want people leaving, we don't want people escaping, and like Clancy's like, don't let me go out like this. Let me clean my room before I go. Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of the vibe of the song. And that actually would make a lot of sense because in this song he says the scaled back and isolated, which could kind of just be like code for Scaled and Icy, which is code for Clancy is dead. So it's kind of like Tyler's singing about it, but not directly or whatever, so that the bishops don't catch on or whatever. I saw somebody on Twitter, they said that in Redecorate and No Chances they used lines from Clancy letters in the lyrics. I don't have the Clancy I have no idea. You mean line 3? Yeah, right. I don't fucking know. But apparently they did, and that would be really, that's really that cool. Would be really cool, yeah. They're so cool. I love these guys. Yeah. I said surprisingly dark outro and very big trench vibes on this one. Like this, I was even thinking on my way home from working out, because that was one of the songs that came up in Shuffle. I was like, this could almost be a closer to Trench itself. Yeah. The only thing is it wouldn't have that like last little rap in Trench, that kind of it's a little bow tie. Right. But like, I almost feel like that would have been really effective for Trench. Like, Leave the City's great and all, but it kind of, I don't know. In a way, I almost feel like Redecorate almost would have been a little better. I agree. I think that Redecorate would have like a really good home on Trench. But to end this album like that, it works well here too. It works so well. I love it. This is another song that I really love. It's just so good. And like I said, I do really like how it ends kind of on a darker note. I think that concept is cool. If it's starting out like bubblegum pop, like super sugary, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, we're in a dark place again. I just do wish, I guess from like a storytelling perspective, I wish there was a little more build up to that than there was, because it kind of up until then it kind of, I don't know, I guess it almost felt a little directionless, which I mean is a little weird for saying for a 21 Pilots album, because they go in so many different directions on all their albums, really. But like, I don't know, it just kind of, it would have been cool if like there was like some hints that we were going to that place, instead of just all of a sudden we're dropped into this Trench again, like after being in fucking La La Land. But I agree with that. They could have done that a little better, but ending with Redecorate gets me really excited for what they do next. It gets me really excited for what they do with the live stream. Excited to see all the visuals, all the sets that they built. Like we've seen like what they've done for like Mulberry Street. That looks fucking sick.
Oh wait, I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like a city block, pretty much.
Shit.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool looking. I'm very fucking excited.
Yeah.
These guys know how to tell a story, and like Tyler especially. But like, god damn, dude. Yeah. I think that in the next album, Trash is gonna be a lot more in the story.
Maybe.
I feel like, maybe he'll turn like yellow for the banditos. I don't know. That'd be fun.
What's the midpoint between like blue and yellow? Aren't those opposite colors? Blue and yellow?
Yeah, they're both primary colors, but
I don't know if those are opposite sides of the spectrum.
It's like they make green, and green goes with the banditos.
Yeah.
They did the green coat and the yellow.
Yeah.
So that would kind of work. That'd be fun. I don't know. That's probably just stupid theory.
No, I was just literally speaking off the top of my head.
I think that I'm excited to see Dima in Flames and to see what they do with another story after Trench is done.
Yeah, I think... I don't know. I guess... And you know this best because we've listened to albums together before and like talked about them throughout the process. You know that I listen to things and sometimes I'm like pretty on it at first and then I grow to love it. Mm-hmm. Like I kind of have a problem with that for some reason. That's like Vince and John, they were telling us like, oh, you should react on the podcast. I don't think I'm a really good reactor when it comes to stuff like that because for me it takes time for me to like get into the vibe of what they're doing because I know I shouldn't, but my mind like kind of expects what came before, and then when I don't get that, I'm like, I don't know what to do. So like I usually think things are like fine up until I listen to it a few more times, and then I understand the vibe, and then I'm like, oh wait, yeah, this is fucking cool.
No, we really need to listen to it a couple times while recording in order to get our genuine reaction.
Absolutely.
Well, your genuine reaction.
Yeah,
because the way I react to things is, I turn off the lights, I put on nice headphones, and I just react.
And that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah. I don't look at the set list. I don't look at anything. I close my eyes and I just let it play. And when I enjoy shit, I get really into it. I get excited. I'm like dancing around in my bed. I don't know. But it's... I react to things a lot different. Like, I know with Nothing But Thieves, when that EP came out and you didn't like... what did...
Oh, Forever and Evermore?
Yeah, Forever and Evermore.
I thought it was just okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever disliked it.
And then we saw it live and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, it changed. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know how my brain does that. Like, how I just go from like, yeah, this song's fine, to then just like all of a sudden like it clicks. Like, I wish I was able to click on the first time that I listened to it. But it just doesn't.
Maybe when you see him playing it live later... Honestly, some of these songs will be like... Boom.
That's honestly a real possibility.
Yeah. Yeah, I just overall like Scaled and Icy is so different. It's so fun for most of it.
Yeah.
And just those dark ending songs were like just so interesting. It
is interesting. I never would have expected that going up to it. Even though like I said, I wish there were some hints towards it. Like, it's still a very interesting way to take the album, and starting real sweet and then turning dark. Because normally, I guess like, never mind. I was gonna say it'd be the other way around. Usually, people just kind of stick to either like sweet and a couple dark songs in the middle or something.
Right.
But like, it's interesting that they put those at the very end. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I think it's good. Like, I do think it's good. I enjoy listening to it. It's definitely going to make my top albums of the year. Definitely. I can say that. But, I don't know. I guess just after Trench a little bit, I'm still in a little bit of a shock state. Just like trying to adjust. And I'm not sure. This might grow on me a lot. It might even shrink on me, potentially. But right now, I don't know. I think it's good. And I do think if you listen to the podcast, you should at least try it out. Yeah. See what you think about it.
Completely agree. We're huge fans.
Absolutely. I don't think there was a question.
I don't know if you guys know, but we like this band.
Yeah. Tornado Pilots are pretty cool.
I like what Mike said. Check it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah.
But you more than likely you'll like something off of it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I really enjoy it. And if you like that, listen to their other stuff. You'll enjoy that too, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where are we at time-wise?
We're at 50, believe it or not.
Shit.
Yeah. I was a little concerned for our time because, like, we did, like, our overall thoughts, and it was, like, 15 minutes or something. I'm like, damn, we're going to have enough to go through. Yeah, no, we'll be good.
Yeah.
So we can get into Song of the Week.
Right.
Which Olivia Rodrigo song should you choose?
I chose Deja Vu.
I chose a few weeks ago.
I'm going to go with Mulberry Street.
Mulberry Street?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't introduce.
It's Mulberry Street.
Get out of our way. We're moving sideways. Welcome to Mulberry Street.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
You know, honestly, hearing that one out of context of the album, because that one didn't come up in my shuffle when I was going to work. That definitely was really fun.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that's one of Tyler's better vocal performances on the album too. Like he's killing it in this song.
He did murder it.
Like everything from like his falsettos, out of our way, and then also keep your blood. There's nothing wrong with this.
Welcome to Mulberry Street.
Yeah. No, he's killing it on this song. Like he's
killing it most of the album. I think he does a really good job.
I think I mean, this is just kind of Tyler's style in general. He sounds a little down low in a couple songs, just a little, just like okay. But like that one, he's fucking having fun. He's having a good old time. Yeah, I mean, great song.
What about those lyrics?
Yeah, so we kind of had a little bit of a revelation while listening. Hold on, I forgot. Do you remember what the lyric was the song? Mulberry Street?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I'll look it up. Okay. Mulberry Street. He said something about the sound. Oh, yeah, it's in the bridge where it kind of gets a little bit sadder or whatever. Oh, he says song, not sound.
Well,
still though, yeah,
it could be.
So it gets a little sad out of nowhere. It goes, when times aren't the best and I'm on the edge, I'll listen for a song in the distance. And I asked Colin, I was like, wait, don't they talk about like sounds and like listening to sounds in the distance in some part of Trench?
Yeah.
He was like, that's Bandito, right? And I looked, and yeah, there's the first verse of Bandito, this is the sound we make when in between two places. So like the sound they make in Trench. Mm-hmm. And then later on in that one, in the little rap, he says, either way, it helps to hear these words bounce off of you, like the walls of the trench, and the softest echo could be enough for me to make it through. Like that's a pretty big moment on Trench, and he might be a Dima reference, right?
Like you said, he's on the edge.
That's true.
In Mulberry Street, so
maybe Mulberry Street be a euphemism for a trench, maybe?
Could be,
perhaps.
Maybe that.
Maybe.
See what happens when we listen together. We start having revelations.
Yeah. Maybe, fuck. Oh, my mind's just like going everywhere right now. Yeah, maybe like in the sense that like where I was talking like trash could be Ned. Yeah. Like that's how Dima views it. Maybe Mulberry Street could be how they view Trench. Because like what Mulberry Street's about, like him feeling like he's in an unfamiliar place, right? Yeah. We're giving each other looks right now. Oh boy. Yeah. There's definitely a lot to look in there.
Yeah, there is.
Shit. Okay. Well, I should probably get into my song before I start getting lost everywhere. But
start nerding out too much.
Yeah. So Mulberry Street, bop. Yeah. But like
Bop
I said, that
century.
One, like I was saying earlier, it takes time for me to click with ones. Like that one I didn't get at first, but like after a couple listens I was like, oh yeah, this is good. And then in this listen here I was like, fuck. this is like definitely one of the best on the album. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
For me, I'm kind of a toss-up between the opener and closer. Mm-hmm. I think I do like Good Day a little bit more, though. Okay. Good Day.
I know it's hard to believe me. It's a good day.
All right. It's so good.
It's so sweet.
Like,
sounding.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that one, Mulberry Street does it well, too. But that one encapsulates the whole vibe of sounding real positive and happy, but then dark lyrics.
Yeah.
It's so, yeah.
No, it gives me like older music kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Like, You know, like you mentioned how formidable, or which song was it that sounded like Elton John to you?
Oh, Mulberry Street.
Mulberry Street, yeah. That one kind of reminds me of that kind of genre a little bit. But it's just so sweet sounding. Yeah. I really enjoy his performance on that one as well. Yeah. I don't know, man.
I think that, the production on that one sounds great. Like the little, horn that does that, it kind of reminds me of, almost in their Christmas Saves the Year. Like they had some like instruments or whatever. Like I don't remember what they were, but they kind of had a similar sound to them in like the intro and outro. But I don't know. That one, I think that's a perfect opener for an album of this sound. Yeah. It works so well, and it like you said, works really well in contrast to Trench as well. Like, I'm imagining someone just like putting all their songs on shuffle, and they get Good Day, they're like, oh, and then they get Jumpsuit, they're like, what the fuck? Like, Jumpsuit's like probably the hardest that they've gone, like in terms of like rock and like darkness, and then this is like one of the most bubbly songs that they've ever made, I think.
I was telling Mike that like I can imagine him like an old timey like a dance scene in a movie where he's got like a top hat on and a cane and he's like dancing around like tap dancing and stuff. Like, I can imagine that happening. Yeah. But man, what else can I say? I love that song. I love this album.
Yeah. There's definitely some really good highlights on this album. I can definitely say that. And I think things will grow on me.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to articulate my thoughts on it. I love so much of it, but there's also so much of it that I'm, I guess, a little conflicted on. More, it's just like, do I like this or don't I like this?
Like we said, it's not even a day old.
Yeah, it's barely 12 hours old. Oh Jesus!
I mean, hey,
but
Blurryface just turned 6 years old.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought for some reason that date was earlier in the year and I was like, oh, that would have been a good day to release the Blurryface medley. But no, it was just like a couple days ago, and if I worked on it, I probably could have fucking died. But whatever.
You know what's weird? On Spotify, it says that it came out on May 15th, but everywhere else you look, it says May 17th.
I think the reason... Who was I talking to? It was in Brad's video. They talked about that. It's because, like, Blurryface, like the Blurryface account, like leaked it or whatever. Okay. So like they leaked it themselves, and then they ended up releasing it earlier than it was supposed to. So I think technically, like officially, it was still the 17th, but like they released it early. Not the leak. They actually officially released it early, like on the 15th or something like that. And they were talking like, oh, maybe that's because they realized, oh, we may not get streams out of this, or maybe it was just, I don't remember what they were saying, but yeah, they kind of they talked about that a little bit during the Blurryface.
Well, if you look at the official date for Blurryface, I share a birthday with it, as well as Igor by Tyler the Creator. So
another great album.
It's fun.
He's I saw that he's headlining Coachella.
Oh, is he?
So I'm wondering. Maybe new music?
I know Lil Nas X released a song today.
I listened to it last night, but it was the last thing I listened to, and it was after this and the Olivia Rodrigo, so I kind of was just like not really in the mood for it. So I'll have to try it again. What I do remember though is it's a lot different than his other stuff in like a good way. It kind of feels like if I remember, it felt like kind of like a happier deep cut on an album. And it actually felt like it had song structure too, which Lil Nas X kind of throws out the window a little bit. Like there was an instrumental intro. I was like,
oh
wow.
He's on SNL tomorrow.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's playing Montero in this new song. So
nice.
I hope he gets all dressed up for Montero. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Or dressed down.
There you go.
But,
yeah. Closing thoughts on Scaled and Icy?
I've been trying to figure it out, and I think I probably won't have closing thoughts. I might not even have them next week. It might be the week after that. It's going to take me some time, I think. Yeah. Overall, how I'm feeling after a few listens and 12 hours, tiny bit disappointed, little bit. But I think it's more confusion more than disappointment. It's more just like, okay, this is very different. and like in my head, like I was saying, like, oh, I kind of wish things got a little darker along the way or whatever. I do that all the time, and like I may just come to like once I like accept like this is what we got, I might like it more, even if I still think it could have been done a little bit better.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's. No, I would definitely put it above Regional at Best, I think. Regional at Best has great moments, but the lows on Regional at Best are worse than the lows here, in my opinion. Like, this is... Nothing in here gave me, like, Be Concerned vibes or anything like that. Or, like, that version of Trees or something. Yeah. But,
Car Radio Regional at Best.
Ponder something great. Do you think I'm joking? He actually delivers it. Like, if you look up the Regional Best version of Car Radio. Whew.
Brad hated original Car Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just yeah. But yeah, overall I think, like I said, I think it's good. It definitely has forgettable moments for me.
Right.
Like, for me personally, Formidable, not the greatest. Bounce Man's catchy, but that's about all it has going for it. I feel like I would never like, well, I want to listen to Bounce Man now. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a weird one. And then there's still a couple I haven't really made up my mind on, like The Outside. Sorry. I know you like it a lot. I haven't made up my mind.
We're not the same person, so
yeah.
We may think the same a lot of the time.
Right. Like... Yeah, Saturday, I think I'm still a little conflicted on. I don't think that one's going to grow to like, oh, I love this. But like, I'm still kind of confused on how I feel about it. You know, it's been a few days. And then kind of the same with No Chances. I do really like a lot of the ideas. I'm not sure if it was executed the best, even if I like a lot of it. So I'm still a little confused on those songs. But everything else that I didn't mention... all really great stuff.
Yeah.
Choker's pretty good. But, yeah, that's kind of my closing thoughts. Do you know?
I agree that it's... I wouldn't say that the album in whole is disappointing.
Yeah.
I will say that there were a couple songs that disappointed me.
Yeah.
It just, you know, mostly Bounce Man.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted this to be better. But,
right.
like you said, it's catchy. I really enjoy the album. I'll have to give it a few more listens to really get a rating on it, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I honestly don't know where I'd put it in my ranking of albums for them yet.
Yeah.
I have a pretty good idea, but I don't know yet completely. I'm just very excited for the live experience. I'm excited for what they did with that. And I'm excited to see where they go from here.
Nice. What are you kind of thinking in your album rankings at the moment? I can go first if you'd like.
Well, I know that self-titled's at the bottom for me. If we're putting regional at best, I'll put that below self-titled. Okay. And then I'll go probably... This is where I'm stuck. I don't know where to put Scaled and Icy or Blurryface next.
Gotcha. Yeah, they kind of give me similar vibes a little bit.
Because like I really love Blurryface. It's the first album I listen to from them. But there are a few songs that are really not great that... like Scaled and Icy really does for me.
Yeah.
Man, I don't.
You don't have to make a decision. Like I said, like it's just kind of what do you think?
Those might be tied for me. Honestly, Blurryface and Scaled and Icy, and then it's Vessel and then Trench. But yeah. Yeah,
I think what I would do, regional at best would be on bottom if we're counting it. And I'm kind of in the same predicament of Scaled and Icy. Where would I put them with Blurryface? And it's kind of like two opposite feelings. Blurryface is like an old friend I've known for a long time. Scaled and Icy's very new. So I'm a little biased towards Blurryface at the moment. Right. So as I'm feeling at this moment, I would probably put Scaled and Icy under Blurryface, then Blurryface, then I think I would probably do like Vessel, then Self-Titled, then Trench.
It still confuses me so much.
I like Self-Titled.
With that Self-Titled. I love it.
I really love the sound of that album. That sound like really clicks with me. Like that kind of like older sound, but a lot of like piano and like drums and synths in there. And even though his singing isn't like technically great, I really love the amount of passion he puts into that, and like the lyrics on that one work really well for me as well. Yeah. That's mainly it. It's definitely not like in quality wise, I would probably put it a little lower down the list. Right. But like in terms of personal enjoyment for me, I do like that.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. No, I just really like the sound palette of that one. It's the same reason I really like that one Radiohead album. It's acoustic, but like really cool synths in there as well. But yeah, that's kind of just how I'm feeling about it. Yeah. We'll probably be keeping updates in our next couple weeks of stuff. I'll probably have a different opinion by the time we upload this episode Monday.
Honestly, yeah. And then next week we'll talk about the live experience. We won't spend all the time talking about
it'll be kind of a long time away. I'll have to remember.
Yeah, I'll keep notes.
Maybe I'll keep some notes while I'm watching. But
I think that's how's the time on this episode?
We're on 105 right now. So.
Yeah, that's.
You gonna sue me, homie?
I'll sue you hard.
God damn it. Homie, just sue me. That's so
good. Listen to that album.
Yeah.
Follow Mike's YouTube page, Playing a Piano. It's in the description. Subscribe to this page, BrokeN Bois on YouTube. Bois. Follow the BrokeN Bois Twitter. I have my music review page on Instagram. It's also in the bio or description.
Yeah.
Same thing. But yeah.
And I guess just one like little final thing that I just thought of. Is if you like are trying to get into this album or whatever, honestly, I would listen to the 2 songs that we did first rather than the singles. I think the singles kind of give a little bit different vibe than what the whole album feels like. I would definitely listen to Good Day and Mulberry Street, and that would give you more of a vibe of like the majority of this album. Listen to those 2 that we have, and then you might start to understand the idea a little more. Because like I don't know, when I look back at it, I'm like Shy Away kind of doesn't really sound like the rest of the album.
Yeah,
like maybe towards the end it sounds a bit like that, but yeah. But
Choker and Saturday are definitely more of the album vibe, but I think
Choker still feels for some reason a little out of place. I'm not sure why.
But I still think that Shy Away is my favorite single.
Oh yeah, definitely for me. Yeah. But that's about all I got.
All right. We will talk to you next week.
Yeah, see you guys next week.